Last week here on Thunder, Jimmy Ferguson and Avenger took home his very first Thursday Night Thunder Championship victory. Also tonight, we find out who joins Rich Wagner on the MTA Hall of Fame. All that and more next.
Give me fuel, give me fire, give me that which I desire.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to a sold-out capacity crowd right here in the MTA Arena. If you're new here, please join us and subscribe right here to the MTA YouTube channel. Like this video and comment down below for what you thought of tonight's show. Thank you guys for joining us. Week 3 of the February season is kicking off, and 16 of the baddest of the bad are going to be throwing it down inside the arena one more time for the February season. Last week, Jimmy Ferguson and Avenger took home his very first Thursday Night Thunder Championship. He's trying to hang on to that championship flag on the back of the Avenger here tonight. 15 other superstars trying to take it away from him, and it's all about to unfold right here tonight on Thunder. Here's how round 1 action is going to be shaken down, ladies and gentlemen. It's going to get interesting. Showing up first, Midnight Rider taking on Son of a Digger. Boss Gator taking on King Sling. Boogie Van set to take on Monster Energy, and then the Monster Mutt Poodle taking on Zombie. Looking at the other side of the bracket, it's the return of Bad Company taking on Rammunition. Snakebite set to take on Selby. Then the Gravedigger is going to be taking on the Idaho Wild Man Chris Walkers and Obsessed. And then again, closing out round 1 competition, your current champion, Jimmy Ferguson and Avenger, ready to take on Bigfoot Bad Boy. Now up first at the line, ladies and gentlemen, all the way from Poplar Branch, North Carolina, Ethan Wagner returning. Son of a Digger coming to the start line, ready to take on Justin Lamb and the Midnight Rider. Both drivers are staged and ready to go at the line. Both competitors are looking for a championship win here in the February season. They got to knock off one or the other here tonight as we get ready to see who's going to take home the first win inside of round 1. Both drivers staged and ready to go. Week 3 of the February season kicks off now. Son of a Digger and Midnight Rider. Green light going down as they come down the straightaway. Midnight Rider with a slight lead. Son of a Digger coming back, and I don't think it was enough as they went across the finish line. Ethan Wagner tried to pull the trigger coming out of no man's land, and I'm not sure if it was enough as Midnight Rider kept the hammer down. As we go back and check out your MTA photo finish, your winner in round 1, Justin Lamb and the Midnight Rider will put Son of a Digger on the trailer early here tonight to kick off round 1 competition. Now up next here tonight inside of round 1, Austin Spence representing the Crush This Race team, and Boss Gator all the way from Triple B Motorsports setting out to take on the King of Kings, Bradley Graham, returning inside of King Sling. He's ready to go all the way from Kildover Hills, North Carolina on the outside lane. Boss Gator from St. Cloud, Minnesota over here on the inside lane, so a little bit of Midwest taking on the East Coast. Who's going on in the round 2 competition? Both drivers are staged and ready to go. King Sling taking on Boss Gator as we go green now down the straight stretch. Gator with the early lead up and over no man's lane. Austin Spence in trouble, what a roll! Coming down to the shutdown area, a wild crash for Boss Gator. Down over here on the inside lane, Bradley Graham and King Sling kept his foot down all the way to the shutdown area. Let's go back and check out your MTA replay. Boss Gator does pull a slight hold shot coming down the inside lane. Let's figure out where it all went wrong. Clears the no man's lane. A hard pogo right there on the rear end. He set it in the second set of cars, and it set him for a wild, crazy ride here tonight. And Bradley Graham and King Sling getting a round 1 victory over the Boss Gator. As we go back down to the MTA track crew and officials on the track right now as they get Boss Gator right side up. It looks like they snapped off the left rear knuckle of that truck from that hard pogo they took inside of no man's land. Austin Spence and Boss Gator on the trailer early tonight with some damage done in the machine. Next up here tonight inside of round 1, the Iceman, Jeffrey Skipper and Monster Energy took home a championship win just a couple of weeks ago. Ready now to take on the lady who came into this season as champion, Jessica Cook. Inside of the Boogie Van, all the way from Hagerstown, Maryland on the outside lane. Again, Jeffrey Skipper took home a championship win here in the February season once. He wants to do it again here tonight. Monster Energy is ready to go on the inside lane. Both trucks are staged and ready for round 1 action. Who's it going to be? The green light goes down and off the line, side by side. They go through the first jump over no man's land. And Jeffrey Skipper, the Ice next man, Monster Energy, puts Boogie Van on the trailer early tonight inside of round one. A good run by Jessica Cook, only lost out by mere inches over the Monster Energy machine on the inside lane. Next up here tonight on Thunder in round one action, it's the return of Violet Craddock, the former one-time Thursday Night Thunder champion, out here representing the K&J Motorsports race team. Ready now to take on Preston Hurd, a consistent driver out here on the MTA circuit. Zombie looked well in the January season, finds himself this month running just as strong. Does he have enough in that machine to take home a victory here on Thursday Night Thunder for the first time? We're about to find out as Zombie takes on Monster Mud Poodle. Green light goes down off the line. They go side by side up and over the first jump. The Poodle's got a lead. Zombie trying to close the gap, and over goes Violet Craddock down inside of the shutdown area, hitting one of the van stacks down there, trying to get that truck woed. But right now we're going back down to our MTA photo finish. Your winner in round one is going to be Violet Craddock. Monster Mutt Poodle over here on the inside lane. The crew's going to go down and make sure that truck is A-OK after that round one rollover inside of the shutdown area. Next up here tonight, Dan Chichagash in the Hemi horsepower Rammunition, representing the Crush This race team, now set to take on Wyatt Anderson, Bad Company, ready now looking for his very first Thursday Night Thunder Championship. He on the outside representing Renegades Motorsports race team. A good matchup here between Chevrolet and Dodge. One of them's going on into round two. A good old-fashioned team battle here. Renegades and Crush This. Green light goes down on the line. The Ford and the Dodge dead even up and over the first jump here, and Bad Company will take home a win here tonight. Inside of round one, Wyatt Anderson and the Bad Company Chevrolet will put the Dodge Hemi horsepower Rammunition on the trailer early here tonight in round one. Moving right along, however, Dwayne Reinhardt Jr. made a huge impression earlier this season, making it all the way to the finals in his debut run in the Sobe Chevrolet. He is ready to take on the man that wants you to fear the Fang, Colt Cobra, all the way from Cobra Creek, Colorado, Mean Gene Patterson in the Ford BDS Supercharged Snake Bite on the outside lane. Ford versus Chevrolet here tonight inside of round one. One of them's going on into round two. Who's it going to be? Green light goes down and up the line. Snake Bite got a whole shot, but somebody's coming back on a flip. What a ride for Gene Patterson and Snake Bite. Going across the finish line, end over end right there. Something went wrong down inside of no man's land. Patterson put it to the wood and tried to drive out of it, rolling the truck over. A wild piece of driving by both competitors as we look at your MTA replay. Again, side by side, all the way down that straightaway. Watch the outside lane. Gene Patterson, the Snake Bite, starts to nose it over. He's trying to drive out of it, shoots it end over end as Dwayne Reinhardt Jr. and Sobe getting all out of shape himself. Nonetheless, Snake Bite, your round one winner here tonight on Thunder. But next up here in round one, the Idaho Wildman, Chris Walker's returning and Obsessed, ready now to take on another representative for the Renegades Motorsports race team, the Phenom, Rich Wagner, going into the Hall of Fame on Monster Mania weekend, all the way from Kildare Hills, North Carolina, in the Gravedigger on the outside lane. Another matchup, Ford versus Chevrolet here tonight in round one. Green light going down, now the Gravedigger got a whole shot of Obsessed right there with him through no man's land and a nice wheel stand. And over goes Wagner in the Gravedigger on the outside lane. What an incredible race, way too close to call from up here in the booth where I'm sitting. An incredibly close finish, no doubt about it. We're going to get another look at it as we see Gravedigger turning it over in the shutdown area. Here's a look at your MTA replay. They come up and over, and at the finish line due to the wheel stand, Gravedigger will lose out to Chris Walker's and Obsessed, and over goes the Gravedigger down inside of the shutdown area. What an incredible matchup it was. A race, again, way too close to call from up here in the booth. That is why we thank our tech officials for getting us those photo finishes. Now down here on the track, MTA track crew and officials are down there to roll the Gravedigger back over. A little bit of body damage done to that machine. Again, he rode a wheel stand all the way over that last set of cars. Rich Wagner satisfying the fans here tonight. Wanted to get a 17th Thursday Night Thunder victory. It was just not in the cards here tonight as the Gravedigger goes on the trailer, tore up here in round one. Now, ladies and gentlemen, as we get set and ready to close out round one competition, the Monster Truck Conductor himself, all the way from the Crush This race team and the Bigfoot Bad Boy, will take first crack at Jimmy Bones Ferguson in the Avenger Chevrolet, all the way from Columbus, Michigan. As you see, he's staged over here on the inside lane, championship flag hanging off the back of that beautiful bow tie. It's another matchup, Ford versus Chevrolet. Championship flag on the line here tonight inside of round one. Who's it going to be? Green light goes down off the line. they're pretty much even down the straightaway, up and over no man's land, and it's a close race as Ferguson turns it over down inside the shutdown area. Bradshaw, the Monster Truck Conductor, let it all hang out against the champion here tonight inside of round one. As we go back and check out your MTA replay, down the straightaway they go, up and over no man's land, right there at the line. It looks like Bradshaw and Bigfoot has a slight lead right there as they go to the next frame, and the MTA track crew officials have announced that Bigfoot Bad Boy is your winner here tonight inside of round one as he just inched out Ferguson in Avenger going across the finish line. And ladies and gentlemen, that was just round one action here tonight on Thunder. We still got a lot more great racing still to come. Also, who's going to join alongside Rich Wagner in the MTA Hall of Fame? That is coming up next as well. Ladies and gentlemen, don't go anywhere. More great racing's coming up next when round two returns. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to Thursday Night Thunder. Week 3 of the February season has gotten underway. Here's how round 2 action is going to be shaken down. Midnight Rider set to take on King Sling. Then the Monster Mutt Poodle set to take on Monster Energy in the first matchup of round 2. Over here on the other side of the bracket, Wyatt Anderson, Bad Company, taking on Colt Cobra and Snakebite. And then closing out round 2 competition, Chris Walkerson, Obsessed, taking on the Monster Truck Conductor Bradshaw in the Bigfoot Bad Boy as he eliminated Jimmy Ferguson, the reigning champion, earlier tonight inside of round 1. But right now we're back at the starting line for round 2 competition, and it's the return of Justin Lamb, Midnight Rider. That brand new truck's been working well for him, ready now to take on the old grizzled veteran, the King of Kings, Bradley Graham, King Sling, all the way from Kill Devil Hills, North Carolina. He's now staged over there on the outside lane. Justin Lamb on the inside lane. These drivers are trying to get a championship win here tonight. Who's going to take it all the way as we get round 2 action kicked off? King Sling and Midnight Rider are staged at the line. Who's going to be taking it all the way to semifinals as we get set to go green? And off the line they go. Midnight Rider with a slight lead. King Sling's right there with him. And what a wheel stand by Brad Graham in the King Sling machine on the outside lane. Sends it for all it's worth, turning it upside down in the shutdown area. What an incredible race it was by both drivers. As we go back and check out your MTA photo finish, your winner in round 2, Bradley Graham and King Sling. He will advance on in the semifinals here tonight, ending out Midnight Rider's run, putting him on the trailer. Next up here tonight, the Iceman, Jeffrey Skipper, returning, the 7-time Thursday Night Thunder champion. Monster Energy ready for another one as he gets set to take on Violet Craddock, all the way from the KJ Motorsports race team. Monster Mutt Poodle looking for her second Thursday Night Thunder championship. Again, Jeffrey Skipper, the Iceman, alongside with Renegades Motorsports, trying to get them another victory as well. Who's it going to be taking on King Sling in semifinal stage as the line green light goes down off the line side by side? A good race going through no man's land, and Monster Energy with an incredible matchup. Violet Craddock right there with him in the Monster Mutt Poodle. Just not enough here tonight as the Iceman and Monster Energy takes home a round 2 victory. He will get paired up against King Sling in semis. And next up, all the way from Cobra Creek, Colorado, Mean Gene Patterson, Colt Cobra and Snakebite, all the way from the Crush This race team, ready now to take on Wyatt Anderson, Bad Company, Chevrolet over here on the inside lane. The kid's looking for his very first Thursday Night Thunder championship. He's got to go against an old school veteran in Gene Patterson and Snakebite. Ford versus Chevrolet in round 2. Here's the green light now down the straightaway. They go. Snakebite's got a home shot on him. Anderson coming back, pulling the trigger, and over goes Patterson inside of the shutdown area. Anderson started closing the gap on him, and Mean Gene Patterson pulls the trigger coming out of no man's land and rolls the truck over down inside of the shutdown area. What an incredible matchup here. Another look at your MTA replay. Gene Patterson and Snakebite pulls out a hole shot. Anderson starting to come back on him now as they go up and over the first jump through no man's land. And watch your outside lane. Patterson pulls the trigger across the finish line first, dumping it on its lid down inside of the shutdown area. He, however, will put Bad Company on the trailer. Snakebite advancing on in the semifinals. Who is he going to meet there, however, as we get ready to close out round 2? The Idaho Wildman, Chris Walkerson, Obsessed, ready now to take on the Monster Truck Conductor, Bradshaw in the Bigfoot bad boy, all the way from the Crush This race team over here on the inside lane. It's a Ford Oval Brigade shootout to close out round 2 competition. One of them's going on to meet Mean Gene Patterson in the Snakebite Ford in semis. Both drivers staged and ready to go. Green light goes down, Bigfoot and Obsessed down the straightaway. Bigfoot now with the side lane, Obsessed trying to come back on him, and it won't be enough. An incredibly close finish, but I did catch it here in the booth. Bradshaw and the Bigfoot bad boy will advance out over Obsessed here tonight in round 2 competition. Here's another look at your MTA photo finish. By about half a truck, Bradshaw and the Bigfoot bad boy will advance on in the semis. And ladies and gentlemen, that will wrap up round 2 competition here tonight. A lot more great racing still to come. We are guaranteed to crown an all-new Thunder champion here tonight, and it's come down to 4 trucks out of 16. We'll be right back to semifinals after the break. Since 2020, one driver has stood the test of time on the MTA circuit. Piloting trucks such as Predator and the Ice Cream Man, it wasn't until they found a home in the UFO Ford all the way from Cinemissa, New Jersey. UFO has been a mainstay on the circuit. James Vaillancourt has etched his legacy and name on the MTA circuit, helping out fellow competitors, but not afraid to put the hammer down when it comes to going to victory lane.
But he draws up a tough contender. James Vaillancourt in the UFO machine. Stage as we go green. Down the straight stretch now. They're dead even up and over the cars. And UFO, James Vaillancourt, take the win. 2 Fords throwing it down in round 2. Down the straight up and over, and UFO takes the win over that Stone Crusher. This one ought to be a barn burner. You know the legend wants it. They just got that truck fixed. As we go green, they're dead even down the straight up and over the cars, and I don't know who got the win. That was so close. We're going down to the replay to take it frame by frame. They are up and over the cars evenly, and UFO by merely inches gets the win. UFO, Bigfoot, it's showtime. Down the straight now, Bigfoot with a lead up and over the cars, and UFO takes the win. Congratulations to James Vaillancourt and the UFO team on being 2-time Thursday Night Thunder champion. As we go green, they're over the first mobile down the straight stretch. Some sick air and oh, my hard roll for UFO. Unbelievable crash for UFO. About to roll the UFO machine back over. You hardly ever see UFO go on its lid, and oh my word, you see the damage there.
Even when the chips were down and we were all unsure if Team UFO was ever going to bounce back onto the MTA circuit after a violent rollover, James Vaillancourt and company kept their spirits high and kept UFO and team alive.
2 Fords gonna battle it out as we go green. They're down the straight stretch now. Bigfoot with a huge lead. He spins out and UFO takes the win. As we go green down the straight stretch, Digger has the lead up and over the cars. Gravedigger turns it over. UFO moves on to semis.
Here's the green light now down the straight stretch. Patriot with a early lead. UFO coming back out with some air. James Vaillancourt laid it on the line. Tries to shut it down before getting into the wall. Wagner, Vaillancourt, Gravedigger, UFO. Here's the green light now down the straight stretch. UFO with the whole shot. The Digger trying to come back on him. It's close. Making a little bit of contact inside of the shutdown area. What a legendary race here. Green light goes down the straight stretch. They come there pretty much even. Bruno's with the lead, but UFO coming back on him. Contact, and UFO spins it out down in the shutdown area. Go green down the straight stretch. They come there dead even over the first jump through no man's land. A close shootout here in race 4 at the Gauntlet, and Vaillancourt will take it all the way to the wall. And UFO, ladies and gentlemen, give it up for your winner at the Gauntlet here tonight, James Vaillancourt, UFO. Ladies and gentlemen, at this time, it is my humble honor to welcome your second inductee into the 2025 MTA Hall of Fame, Mr. Cool Hand Luke, James Vaillancourt. A huge congratulations to James Vaillancourt and the UFO, ready to move into the Hall of Fame at Monster Mania weekend. Thank you guys for joining us back here on Thursday Night Thunder. Semi-final action time getting underway. Bradley Graham and King Slane taking on his teammate, Jeffrey Skipper and Monster Energy. Other side of the bracket, Snakebite, Gene Patterson taking on his teammate, and Bradshaw and the Bigfoot bad boy. But first, We're heading down to the pit area. We saw that wild rollover by Gene Patterson earlier tonight inside of round 2. He is down in the pits with his team. The crew has got that truck back together, ready to rock the house for semifinals. They say it's at 100%. They've been thrashing on it all through the commercial break. Hopefully it's prime and ready to get a semifinal victory is what they're hoping for. But right now we move into the first matchup of semifinals. The Iceman, Jeffrey Skipper, Monster Energy, taking on his own teammate from Renegades Motorsports, the King of Kings, Bradley Graham and King Sling, who's been running strong all night here tonight. Both these drivers want a big-time victory. They got to go through their own teammate to get there, however. So, ladies and gentlemen, who do you think is going to take home a semifinal win? Jeffrey Skipper in the Monster Energy machine or Bradley Graham and King Sling? We're about to find out, ladies and gentlemen. Both trucks are staged. Green light going down and off the line. They go side by side. They go to the first jump through no man's land. An incredible race. And Skipper will turn it over inside of the shutdown area on top of the pod. But Bradley Graham was knocking on his back door the entire way down. As we go back and check out your MTA photo finish, your winner in semis will be the Iceman, Jeffrey Skipper in Monster Energy from the outside lane, putting King Sling, his own teammate, on the trailer. Next up here in semis, another battle of teammates, the Monster Truck Conductor Brad Shaw from the Crush This Race Team, Bigfoot Bad Boy, taking on Colt Cover himself, Gene Patterson and Snakebite, another representative from the Crush This Race Team. And no matter what, tonight's race is going to come down to Renegades taking on Crush This in the final round showdown. But who's it going to be representing the team? Bradshaw, Bigfoot Bad Boy, Patterson, Snakebite, inside lane. Green light goes down, Bigfoot, Snakebite down the straightaway. Snakebite's got a lead on a Bradshaw trying to come back. What a matchup it is. Both drivers with a smooth, clean pass here tonight to close out semifinal action. The question remains, who got the win? Let's go back to your replay. As they come down the straightaway, both drivers cutting incredible light. Slightly going to Patterson on the inside lane and Snakebite. Fly high up and over no man's land. Here comes Bigfoot on the outside lane. And at the line by mere inches, Gene Patterson and Snakebite will advance on into the final round showdown against Monster Energy and Jeffrey Skipper. What an incredible matchup between the Crush This boys here tonight on our semifinal showdown. But ladies and gentlemen, coming up next, it's what we all come to see. Who's going to walk away with a championship flag on the back of their truck here tonight? Monster Energy, Snakebite, Crush This taking on Renegades Motorsports. Don't go anywhere, ladies and gentlemen. The finals are coming up next.
It's bigger. It's louder. It's better than ever. This still isn't your typical motorsports podcast. This is the 10th anniversary of Crush This, a Monster Truck podcast brought to you by J Concepts. For 10 years, your hosts, the Monster Truck Conductor Brad Shaw and Dan Chichagash, have brought you into the minds and personalities of the monster truck industry. Strap in and hold on tight. This is Crush This!
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to Thursday Night Thunder. It is now time for the final round showdown. Gene Patterson, Colt Cobra, and Snakebite from the Crush This Podcast Race Team taking on Jeffrey Skipper, the Iceman, and Monster Energy from the Renegades Motorsports Race Team. It's all come down to who's going to outdrive who in the final round showdown. The Iceman, Jeffrey Skipper, former 7-time Thursday Night Thunder Championship winner, and a lot of other big race credentials added to his card right there. Gene Patterson, Colt Cobra himself, only a two-time Thursday Night Thunder champion. He's been out here with us since 2020. He's ready to take the Ford BDS Supercharged Brass Eagle Snakebite to victory lane one more time. He's got to go through the Iceman and Monster Energy, who already has one championship ring to this season. Who's it going to be taking it all the way to victory lane? Ladies and gentlemen, Snakebite, Monster Energy. It's showtime here tonight on Thunder as we go green down the straightaway. They're side by side up and over the first jump to the finish line. And Skipper's got trouble, and Patterson turns it over for the second time tonight out of that same lane. And it looked like kind of the same run he had earlier tonight. He got bobbled up inside of no man's land. Well, how about that save by Skipper on the inside lane? A lot to break down in this replay. Skipper has the slight lead down the straightaway. Watch your inside lane as he sets it on the nose, but pay attention to the outside lane as well when they go across the finish line. It's close at the line. Another frame shot of it right there. And Snakebite has crossed the line before Monster. He is your winner here in the final round showdown after a wild and epic finish here on Thunder. What an incredible showdown between Renegades and the Crush This Race team. What a matchup it was. But ladies and gentlemen, at this time, from the Crush This Podcast Race team, your winner here tonight, Gene Patterson and Snakebite. And ladies and gentlemen, I sure hope you enjoyed tonight's show. Week 3 of the February season has closed out. Gene Patterson and Snakebite taking the championship flag on into next week. Thank you guys so much for coming out and watching Week 3 of the February season with us. We couldn't do this without you, and I appreciate all your support. Thank you guys, and be sure if you haven't already, crush that subscribe button, and I'll catch you down the road.
Standing tall up in victory lane, I done brought the pain and now they screaming my name. Yeah, everybody saw me rock the place. Now there's flashbulbs are popping and mics in my face. Always giving the crowd what they need. Now they're wearing my shirts front row to nosebleed. Now the crowd forms is what it's all about. Signing autographs to the